everyone. Welcome to Chicken Place into the Hive. I'm waiting for this game. I'm gonna start streaming after the. Well, I'm gonna stream it. I'm just waiting for the thing to kind of. Okay, everyone, welcome to the game forward. We're gonna check settings. Oh, these are the other games. Wild Tactics, Moses Plato. This game hasn't come out yet. I don't know when this game's coming out. The other game is out.
This whole madness started with this petty little affair. Petty to the one who reads it in the paper. Less petty to the one who's getting shot. Clawville, the city of opportunity, the city of dreams, a bastion of tolerance and equality, a genuine shithole. You know, truth is a weird dame. No matter how loyal you are to her, she'll cheat on you in the end. The question is, are you gonna stay by her side? And if you do, what price are you willing to pay? The poor schmuck was face down on the ground. Insects may breathe through holes, but this guy had way more than he needed. Probably escaped from the hive. Was he being chased, or just happened to be in the wrong neighborhood? Who knows? I'm a detective. Those are the questions I should be answering. But I knew there would be no answers in this case. In fact, there would be no case either, simply because the victim was what he was.
A fly.
Really? Thank goodness you can see in the dark, old owl. Where would we be without you? By the way, what are you doing here? You don't work for us anymore.
This is the third time you called me back from my little hole, boys. You must be desperate.
May the great wild ones protect us if we've sunk this low.
Woohoo. Very funny. So, you want some facts?
Sure. Let's get started.
His name was Novak, according to his papers. But almost certainly an alias.
Pretty likely. Just another fugitive from the Hive, huh?
Who knows?
All right. I'll snoop around a little. Then we'll talk.
I can't wait.
And no drinking on duty, okay?
On duty? Ha! I'm not a cop nor a doctor anymore. If you need me, make peace with how I work.
Oh, feathery heavens, Doc. Relax. I can see you're having a bad night.
Bad? Why, is there another kind?
Clucking furry hell. I don't need this. So, a few sketchy facts about the victim are never enough. I had to snoop around, see if I could find anything useful. Even if I knew there would be no file on the poor bastard, it just seemed like the right thing to do.
Here's the game entirely. Wow, that's a wrecked car, alright.
The poor dope crashed right next to a police booth. How ironic. A lonely field patrol. He doesn't seem very concerned about the case. The car crashed into the post. That was not the cause of death, but it probably helped to make it quicker and more dramatic, too. The Times River. How much dark filth has its waters washed away? Swimming is not recommended. Another wonderful night in the City of Colors, unless you're a cop, or a dead fly, for that matter.
What? Ah, it's you again. Have you looked around already?
Not quite yet.
Boo-hoo. Then get on with it and leave me alone, will you? I'm thinking.
I also snore while I'm thinking. Nice piece of metal. Too good for a down-and-out like you, buddy. Probably stolen. But I don't want to jump to conclusions.
Right there.
The alleged Novak. As far as I can see, he has at least 6 or 7 holes in his body. Some of his legs were removed. That's kind of odd. Maybe some kind of message? I don't know what I'll do with it, but since I've already picked it up, I might as well check it out. for cluck's sake.
I love this game already. This is a lot more intuitive than the other one was.
What's up with you nowadays, old owl?
Nothing much. I just exist. Alone.
Alone? Well, what about dear Nurse Ursula?
She moved on. She's with the Furies now, if you must know.
The Furies? You mean the
hooker gang. That's the one.
Oh, Cluck. I'm sorry for your loss.
Yes, sonny boy. Life's a jerk.
And being an even bigger jerk can help a lot, huh?
As you say, sonny boy. As you say.
I expect your report by tomorrow morning, Doc.
Phew, I can report now. Cause of death, shot dead 7 times. Probably with a 9mm semi-automatic pistol. Although that's not for me to say. That's for ballistics.
Those 2 dumb hyenas don't give a shit about this, and you know that. So, that's it? Case closed?
Honestly, I don't think they'll ever open a file on the poor bug to begin with.
Yeah, you got a point there, Doc. Well, I'm gonna take another look around. So, what about the severed legs?
Are you bird-brained? Stop waving that thing around.
You're a coroner. You're used to this sort of thing, aren't you?
Everything has its time and place, boy.
Can you tell me anything useful about it or not?
The arms were carefully and individually plucked out. But only after death.
Ugh. You think so?
I'm sure of it. No sign of a struggle. Even his suit was barely wrinkled. Tearing off an insect's limbs isn't so easy. He would have struggled if he was still alive.
You could have been a detective, Doc. Not a good one, but a detective.
Thanks. I got enough misery of my own.
Well, I guess I won't see you at the station.
That's right. You won't. I'm only going there if they take me in handcuffs.
I can help with that.
I'm scared.
So, that's our cue?
Adieu, Mr. Novak. Or whatever your name is.
I didn't know you spoke insect.
Just a few words. I had a ladybug girlfriend before the HIVE closed.
I don't want to know about that.
Oh, but it's such a juicy story. There's a lot of bang and some kiss in it.
Enough, okay?
Okay. Big, stupid bird. I always hated you.
On a bang kiss.
What did you say?
Who, me?
Not you, Marty. Ubo. Hey, what are you doing here?
Boss? Is there a problem? You look pale. Like all the color's just gone out of you. Although, now that I say that out loud, it's like the whole world has lost its color.
Oh, no. I'm not dreaming all this, am I? It's not a bloody clucking dream, is it?
You tell me, boss. You're the famous detective.
Oh, this is just a clucking nightmare.
Actually, this is more like a game.
Hey, don't ruin the whole thing.
Enough.
Was he sleeping the entire time?
That old case with Bubo. And then Marty showing up. What the hell was that supposed to mean? Yeah, relax, old bird. You were dreaming. But she's not a dream. Who the heck is she? Oh, cluck. I've got a terrible headache. And even worse, deja vu. Well, I hope she's not hiding a revolver under that pretty little cloak of hers. Because if she is, I won't be able to stop her. Oh, cluck. Is my doorbell broken again?
I'm sorry. I had to sneak in unnoticed.
So you're the sneaky type, huh? I'll make a note of that. But feel free to sneak back out.
I can't do that.
Here we go again.
I need to make sure you're gonna help me.
Lady, listen. I don't even know who you are or what this is about.
Promise me.
Okay, I promise I'll listen to you. Just calm down.
Good. I believe you.
Splendid. Now, let's start at the beginning. You know I just installed the new lock on my door. How did you get in?
What do you mean, how? The door was wide open.
Is that so? Jeez. In that case, of course, make yourself at home. Do you always go through any open door you see?
I didn't intend to.
Look, ma'am, I can't stress this enough. I don't do private cases. I'm not your average gumshoe detective. Yeah, it's about time I wrote that on the door.
You have to understand, no one can help me but you. Only the chicken police. I heard about your last case, and...
You can't imagine how many times I've heard this, and I'm getting really tired of it.
all I'm asking is that you listen to me, nothing else. After that, if you still feel you're not interested, I'll leave, and you'll never see me again.
Well, that's a bargain, but before we start, can I see your face? I don't like talking to dark silhouettes.
Oh, of course. Forgive me. And don't worry, I won't bite your head off.
That's your clucking luck, old bird. A woman from the darkest depths of the city. From the Hive with love. If we're gonna start, let's start with a kick in the gut, right? Sure, why not? Of course I blinked, like a first-class schmuck. Marty, on the other hand, looks like someone from the front page of the Weekly Copper.
That's from your first game.
What's up, buddy? Everything all right? Oh, damn. I'm starting to sound like Marty.
I got the gun.
It's only a few days to go. I'll untangle everything, tie up the loose ends, and head for the wilds. My ex-wife, Molly. I've packed up all the other pictures already, but this... Well, I'll leave this for the ghosts. They deserve each other. Clawville. Like a stray cat. She may look miserable, but if you go too close to her, she can still get her claws into you.
Yep, Clawville. The City of Lights, they called it back in the original. Okay. And now we talk.
This woman, in this neighborhood, she must have made a very long and dangerous journey from the hive to here. You know it was very dangerous for you to come here. For, someone like you.
Because I'm an insect? Yes, I know.
So what has brought you all the way from the hive, Miss,
Melandra Mantidea. And yes, I am indeed from the hive. I see that doesn't surprise you.
Let's just say we don't really see your people outside the hive these days, sweetheart.
You have no idea what it's like to live there.
I've been to the hive more than once. Although I admit the last time wasn't yesterday.
Things are getting worse every day. But that's not why I'm here.
I guessed as much.
Well, I'm going to get to the point. My husband is missing.
Oh, yeah, I know that one. No offense, but have you looked at the local bars and joints? You know, most of the time...
No, you don't understand. He's dead.
You mean he's missing and declared dead?
No, he was already dead when he disappeared.
I'm afraid I'm losing the thread, and I haven't even picked it up yet. It must be my age. So, how was this again?
You might want to sit down for this.
Listen, sweetheart, let's not drag this out, because the curiosity is killing me. And my lower back, too.
I get questions.
Why in the middle of the night, sweetheart? Don't you think it's a little, unsafe?
Unsafe? Believe me, Mr. Featherland, as it is now, if anyone sees an insect outside the hive in broad daylight...
Yeah, I guess that's worse.
Now you can see how important this is to me.
You must be very desperate. So, are you ready? I'd like to dig a little deeper. It's not too painful, most of the time.
Go on. That's why I'm here, Mr. Featherland.
Melandra dared to come here alone, so she's a strong and upright gal. Breaking her certainly won't be easy, but maybe she'll open up to me if I approach her gently. Break or open. Either way could lead to success, as long as I don't fall flat on my face. Let's start at the beginning. With your husband.
Milo Masterson.
Yeah. Wait a minute. Masterson? You mean you didn't take your husband's name?
Don't get me wrong, I loved him very much. But in our family, women don't usually do that. It's our way of keeping more of our independence.
I get it. When exactly did your husband die?
A week and a half ago.
And when did you discover that his body was missing?
3 days ago.
And what's happened since then?
I tried to convince myself to come here.
I see you succeeded.
Lucky me.
You know, the last dame in distress who came to me ended up in a pretty bad way.
I'm not your typical shy housewife type, Mr. Featherland. I'll fight my own battles if I have to. But I'll also admit when I'm not up to the task.
Oh, that's a really useful quality. I envy you.
You don't often admit when you need help, do you?
You nailed it, sweet chops. But let's talk about you. Can you tell me what your husband died of?
Poisoning.
You mean being poisoned?
No, nothing like that. It's just, the water in our area is often contaminated. Sometimes it's seriously polluted. And food often arrives moldy or rotten. As they say, the road to the hive is long.
Has anyone investigated this poisoning?
Not that I know of. No official report was ever filed. There was no autopsy, no police investigation. We just buried him. It's what we do usually.
Clucking hell.
I'm a little surprised that you're upset about it. But I'm glad. That's how I know I'm in the right place.
Can you tell me what a typical day was like for your husband?
He worked in a textile factory. He got up in the morning, went to work, came straight home after work. We spent the evening together, rinse and repeat. But then he lost his job.
And Milo changed?
More like everything changed. The factory was replaced by a new meat substitute plant. You know, the one that makes those horrible fake meat products. Milo couldn't continue working, so he looked for anything else.
Anything else?
He shined shoes when he had to, ran errands, but nothing lasted long. Then he met a strange guy who pretended to be a private detective, but he looked more like a tramp.
Wait a minute. One of those antlered guys? I mean, a stag beetle?
You know him.
Frank Half-Armed Castellini. Oh, yeah. I know him. He was the only insect in the academy. Then, not long before the Segregation Act, he got bounced from the force.
Milo helped him out for a while, all kinds of courier work. But he soon left him. He always said Frankie's a troublemaker.
Well, I can back you up on that. Well, wait a minute. Why didn't you go to Frank instead of me?
This Frank was a strange, creepy guy. Scattered, dirty, like a bum.
I knew Frank a long time ago. He's a strange one, all right. But he's an exceptional detective.
I'm sure he is, Mr. Featherland, but I still wasn't happy about Milo hanging around him.
Afraid he'd be dragged into some murky business?
I was almost sure of it. I felt it in my antennae. I often sense things like that.
Is that why you came to me? You want me to look into Frank?
I want you to find out what happened to my husband's body. That's all I want. Nothing more, nothing less.
What kind of personality was Milo? How would you describe him in a few words?
Calm, patient, devoted.
You really loved him, didn't you?
I love him even now, Mr. Featherland.
Well, then your husband was a lucky man.
Thank you.
Did he tell you exactly what he did for Frank?
Never in detail, just that he was a kind of errand boy. He got things from A to B.
Nothing more unusual than that?
One night, he came home really upset. After that, he never went to Frank's again. But he didn't tell me what happened, and I didn't probe.
Well, that's a pity. It could easily have had something to do with his disappearance, and maybe even his death. Tell me, are you a religious insect?
I was raised religious, yes, but we don't follow the Great Light, Mr. Featherland.
How do you mean?
You see, old insect habits are conspicuous, and many try to fit in by abandoning them and adopting animal customs or religion instead.
How did Milo feel about that? Did he support this spiritual separation?
Actually, I wouldn't have supported it either if I didn't have to. But this way, I had the chance to work in town for a while as a secretary. I can't do that anymore, religion or no religion.
Because of the Segregation Act.
As you say, Mr. Featherland.
Listen, I'm happy to involve my colleagues in this. I am a cop, after all.
You're threatening me.
I sense you're still withholding important information, Missy, which I don't like. My office, my rules. So what's the deal? Are we finally talking straight, or what?
Maybe you're right. I wasn't exactly clear and concise. My husband wasn't murdered, but his body was taken, and I have an idea who might be behind it.
At last, we're getting somewhere.
Before the segregation law, Milo got me a job in town, in the Ratwell district, to be exact.
Who helped him? Even before the law, it was hard for an insect to get a job outside the hive.
That's right. Milo had some business with a rather shady character, but I don't know what the deal was.
Who was this guy?
I don't know. I swear to the light. I never found out.
Really? Well, I guess we'll see. I'll look into it. So, you've been looking into this all on your own?
I had no choice. I searched the cemetery, but I didn't find a soul. There's an old bug working there. His name's Uncle Joe, kind of a local legend. Almost everybody knows him. He didn't see anything, but he couldn't have seen much because he was drunk as a skunk.
I guess the police didn't bother to question him.
The police? Please.
Have others disappeared from the cemetery, or just your husband?
His was actually the third, and then 3 others went missing, as I heard.
You say 6 bodies are on the loose?
Don't put it that way. But yes, that's what I know.
And this, Uncle Joe fella, what else do I need to know about him?
When I talked to him, he was scared. I guess he was either beaten or threatened, probably both.
Well, thank you for answering my questions, Missy.
So, the interview, that was it?
You'd better not leave town. Stick around. It's the best thing to do.
So be it, Mr. Featherland.
You see? That's what I'm talking about.
Does this mean you'll take the case?
Well, if I don't do it, no one will, right?
Not likely.
First, I need to talk to Marty, my partner.
It seems everything they say about you is true.
I hope not. But please don't go anywhere until I get back. I'll look into it, but it'd be extremely dangerous for you to be out there.
I don't want to be a burden, Mr. Featherland.
It would be a much bigger burden if I had to go out and look for you.
Maybe... All right. You're right.
Good. Make yourself, comfortable. Clocking hell. What am I doing? The Hive. I swore to myself I'd never go back to that place. Well, that's me in a nutshell. I stood there like a crumbling old statue. Meanwhile, my doom crept in through the crack beneath the door like cigarette smoke. I could smell it. What can I say? Marty's gonna be over the moon. Ever since the chicken police came back into the spotlight, he's been looking for trouble. Well, if there's one place we can get it, that's the Hive. But first, I have to find that oversized feather pillow. Let's see.
I don't know Marty's phone number. Here you go. Marty's phone number. 555 with Victor.
Let's see.
5 5.
Nothing. Strange. Marty always answers the phone, no matter how late I call. Maybe he's at the station.
Five 1 1 1.
Let's see.
Largo Police Department. How can I help you?
Hey, Mon.
Is that you, Sonny? What's up, Chief?
Is Marty in there?
He's left already. Why?
Nothing. I'll go look for him at home, I guess.
Okay, Boss Bird. But tell me, is everything all right? You sound kind of strange.
Oh, come on, Mon. You know it's never all right.
Just the usual. Well, take care of yourself, okay?
Later, sweetheart.
Bye, Sonny.
Is there a problem, Mr. Featherland?
No, nothing. Just, my partner.
Look, if this is becoming a problem, then maybe...
No, nothing like that. I'll have to look for him. I'd probably better go see him at home.
I see. Well, then I hope you're successful.
Yeah, me too. I was ready for the big journey around the wilderness. But a mysterious woman in a hood came to ruin everything. Sound familiar? And she came straight from the Hive, fellas, with a case that looked like straight suicide. Did I take it? Clark, yes, because that's me. The perfect schmuck.
And the ocean.
The power of the crown has been weakened, and Clawville is on the brink of total collapse. The insects exiled to the Hive are rioting, and the place is ravaged by gang warfare. The city has always crawled with crime and filth, but now it's worse than ever. And what do? I jump right in. Now all I had to do was get Marty, my partner, to back me up. But he strangely refused to pick up the phone. I wonder what could have happened to him.
You can't do this to me. You just can't.
Chapter 1 from the Hive with Love. Oh, there's more than this game than the first one. From the Hive with Love. There's color mode and there's new war mode. We're gonna try color mode. A brand new color mode because there's still a little hope left. I love that.
What the fluffy, feathery, scaly clucking hell's going on here? Hey, buddy, you all right?
You hear me, honey? That's not how this works. No, it's not.
Yeah, Marty. Hello, Marty.
I've been drinking, right? That I'm drunk? Huh?
Marty. Hey, partner. Hey, buddy. Oh, goddamn featherhead.
Tearing me apart, Laura!
Oh, no chance. I've got to get him out of this state somehow. Ah, my good old Cobbett. He's seen better days. He rattles and clatters, but he won't give up. Remind you of anyone? It's impossible to dislodge him. I have to distract him somehow. He's not gonna talk to me until I get him out. Ah, for cluck's sake. Ah, for cluck's sake.
Well, Marty did shoot
Ah,
him.
for cluck's
Shoot
sake.
him in the back, so.
It's a tidy little neighborhood and a tidy little house with probably tidy little neighbors. Neighbors who don't deserve this shit show. Marty's beloved Vectra ball. Pretty cold of Laura to chuck that out, but it might just be useful.
Time to use the ball.
Hey, I know you can hear me! Everyone is listening to us! Don't you care? Ouch! Hey!
Finally! Good evening, partner.
What the hell, man?
Hey, Marty. Everything okay, buddy?
What? Of course it's you. Who else would it be?
Are you, by any chance, a little tipsy, Marty?
You just don't cluck at me about drinking here, okay?
I didn't say anything.
Well, don't. Because...
Listen, Marty. All this stuff here. Yeah, Laura didn't, she didn't throw you out, did she?
What? Me? Ha! I can't be thrown out. I'm Marty Cluckin' McChicken. Do you hear me, honey? I can't be thrown out.
Take it easy, Marty.
Actually, I threw her out. Yeah?
Yeah, sure. Let's get your stuff and get out of here, okay?
Okay, Boss Bird, but promise us we're gonna do something stupid.
That I'm sure of.
Wait a minute. Just one tiny minute.
Yeah. Marty, no.
Laura!
Come on!
Laura!
Ah, for cluck's sake. Look, I got something in the car that'll help you. Here it is, my beloved flask. Contains a killer cocktail handed down to me by good old Dr. Bubo.
What the? God, you want to kill me?
Take a few deep breaths and everything'll be fine.
Ah! Crazy clucking son of a chicken.
Well? Better?
Yes. Lucky you.
Well, there you go.
But never again.
Agreed. Shall we go?
Yeah, I guess.
Oh, and if you puke in my car, I'll pluck you and cook you alive.
Yeah, let's just get out of here.
That's my boy.
Okay, here we go. This. That's much easier than that.
There's nothing else. I'd never seen Marty so dead drunk. It didn't bode well for the evening. I was just about to call the whole thing off, but after a nap in the passenger seat, he woke up, innocent as a day-old chick. Fists, bullets, or booze, this damn cock dodged them all, but Laura hit the only tender spot he has, his overly large heart. We were standing outside the station, waiting for him to compose himself before going in. He avoided my gaze, and I didn't blame him. In over 10 years of working together, I've never seen him let himself get this low. Well, there's a first time for everything.
Listen, man, I...
Don't get started, Marty, okay? Just take a deep breath, and let's get going.
Yeah, right. You just forgot to tell me what we're doing here.
Well, I didn't want to wake you. You were snoring so sweetly in the car.
Sorry.
Right now, we need paperwork to enter the HIVE.
Yeah, sure. Wait, what?
You heard it right, partner. We got some business in Roachtown. Anyway, it'll give Laura a chance to cool off.
Oh, clucking hell. Can we maybe not talk about that?
Whatever suits you, partner.
Listen, do you have an aspirin? My brain is trying to burst out of my skull.
Nope. But if Monica's here, I'm sure she'll help you.
Ah, good. She's always there when you need her, huh?
Uh-huh. I just hope the old bone chewer won't be in.
Blood boil? You know the dog that barks doesn't bite.
Yeah, right. Just sends you on unpaid leave.
We're in the Clawville Police Department. Oil.
In memory of the great police massacre.
Rest in peace, comrades.
All the friends we lost. Even clucking Phyllis and Royce. Shit, I never would have thought it, but I missed those two
Oh, they're
spiky
dead?
bastards.
Yeah, the Force won't get over that night anytime soon.
Clawville is really on the brink, right, buddy?
Yeah.
I hope they go
And
in.
don't call me buddy.
I hope they go
Oh,
into that bus.
Yeah.
Pete.
Sorry, Boss Bird.
Wow, a lot of cops are dead there.
Trust old Blood Boil to be so subtle.
But a tank? Really? Come on.
Well, he's always liked big things.
Lucky for us.
You're not wrong there.
How many years have passed by since the first game? Oh, it's those two.
Well, well. If it isn't the chicken police in the flesh.
The hens that lay the golden eggs, huh?
Moses, Plato. Evening, gentlemen.
Scared does
Now
it
get
have
lost.
to go soon?
Marty's having a rough night.
Everything all right, Marty, my boy? You look like you've been swimming in the Times. Or are you just juiced up?
Aw, are you mewling at me, tiny tiger? I'm sorry, it's hard to hear you from up here.
Tiny what? What did you say?
Please don't do this, Plato. We're so much better than that.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but yeah, Moses is right.
Okay.
Whatever.
Moses, Plato, the later the better.
Indeed.
Who's that guy? What's he doing here? He seems lost.
Well, ask him.
No clucking way, just look at him.
Well, maybe he's looking for you. An old friend of yours. A classmate from the Moron Academy.
Your sense of humor is getting old and rickety, just like you.
Because I'm spending more and more time with you, buddy.
Man, this place is starting to look like an asylum.
Why? Just because he's scruffy and messy and smelly and has a weird sparkle in his eye doesn't mean he's crazy. I mean, yeah, he probably is.
Yeah. Weird to see the front desk without Monica.
It really is. I don't know if I've seen it empty since she's been working here.
We should look into this mystery.
Yep, we shouldn't, but we will.
Yep.
Probably in the bathroom.
It's been dead for years. Besides, Marty was the only one who drank that garbage.
I feel you, brother.
You look even worse.
Thank you, dear partner. I can always count on you for support.
And yet you haven't kissed me in weeks. Not even a peck on the cheek.
Ah, the great Moses and Plato. What a pair of clowns. Just what we need.
Never mind them, Marty. Ever since they solved that case on the Clawville Express,
Oh, that's
they
the
think
game?
the world revolves around them.
That's
But
the
they're
game.
still in second place.
Can't be easy.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that game, honestly. But that's the game that's supposed to come out soon in the same universe as the Chicken Police. Hee hee.
Sorry to bother you guys, but have you seen Monica?
Uh-huh.
And can you tell us where we can find her?
Oh, of course. You just have to ask. She went down to the shooting range.
The shooting range? Monica? Are we talking about the same person?
To be honest, I was surprised too.
Strange.
Quite.
Yeah, thanks anyway, guys. Have a nice standing around and doing nothing.
Oh, she's pissed.
Monica Rosen. A tiny, fragile body housing a rock-hard woman with perfectly polished nails, a sharp beak, and an even sharper mind. She's a real machine, a workaholic, and a mother goose who always does what she has to do. And for us, she sometimes does a little bit extra. She's like an anchor holding a tiny boat in place on a boiling sea. So it genuinely surprises us to find her upset. Something must have happened.
Oh my goodness, I'm in love.
No, you're not. Pull yourself together.
What could have happened to her? She's never been down here before. In fact, she's never left the front desk. And the gun?
Yeah, but it's none of our business.
We're detectives, Sonny. Everything's our business.
Oh, that's quite a catchphrase.
Yeah, I should have thought of that before, like a whole career before.
Yep,
Well, that ship has sailed.
it sure has.
A Tommy gun?
It was a pleasure. You can do it. It was a pleasure.
Yeah, 5,000. Nice. Score at least 10,000 points at the shooting range. You get a maximum point. Wow.
She seems troubled. Hey, Mon. What's up? It's a little, unusual finding you here.
What? Who? Me? Oh, no, it's nothing. I just came down to chill out a little. And it's already better.
To chill out a little.
Exactly. Yeah. Chill out. You know.
Well, if anyone, I can understand. I spent half my life down here, but I've never seen you here, Mon. Especially...
With a huge clucking gun in your hand.
Oh, that? Oh, it's nothing really. I've just been under a lot of pressure lately, and I thought I'd give it a try. It felt pretty good, honestly.
I'm back. Sorry about that. Had a bathroom issue. Oh well. What a lovely time that was. Be right back in a moment. I am back. Sorry about that.
Amen, sister.
By the way, you're looking a little ragged, Marty. Did something happen?
To me? Oh, no, nothing. Just,
He's got a clucking hangover, Mon.
Hangover? I thought you never drank.
well, first time at the range for you, first time at the bottom of the bottle for me. Looks like it's a night of firsts, huh?
Fair enough. I'm not pushing.
Thanks, Mon.
Anything I can do for you guys? I assume you're not here to just chill out, right?
Sharp as always, Mon. We were looking for you.
Well, I'm here. So shoot.
Hey, Mon. Listen to this. Sonny is going on a trip around the globe.
Oh, really? That's nice.
Huh?
He never told you? But I thought you two were pretty close.
Yeah, me too. But whatever. He's not gonna go anyway.
Wait. What?
Yeah, that's what I told him. He's just beacon, but he's staying anyway. He and Clawville are in a long and bad marriage.
Exactly.
Hey. I'm standing right here, okay?
Yeah, okay.
Oh, hello, Sonny. How are you?
Do you happen to have an aspirin? Marty's pretty useless right now.
Yeah, I've got a jazz band in my skull. I think a trumpet solo is playing right now.
I have some in the medical kit at my desk. Come by whenever.
Oh, thanks, Mon.
So, we need the papers to enter Roachtown, Mon.
Furry heavens, Boss Bird. I knew this day would come, but so soon?
What day would come?
The day you finally get yourself killed. But why do you have to drag poor Marty into it? He's still so... well, he's not so young anymore, but he's still full of hope.
Thanks, I guess.
Sweetheart, we just have a case there, that's all. We can't do it from the outside.
Why don't you ask that bug friend of yours, Frank? He's helped you out more than once, hasn't he?
I think part of this is about him. He might have gotten himself into trouble. Again.
And you think you're the ones the poor residents of the Hive need?
This is important, Mon. I mean, this time, it really is.
Mon?
Wild heavens. Okay. But you owe me one. Again.
You're an angel.
Oh yeah, I am. I'll add it to the list.
How does it work?
I'll give you the permit at the front desk. But you'll need another detective to sign it as a witness, because you can't count on the boss's support.
No problem. I got Marty.
No, you're partners, so I need someone from the station who's not Marty, but equal in rank to you.
Oh, okay. Maybe Boscarelli, the shaggy bone chewer.
He had a tough case in the Calavera Hills. Some serious cat fight. You know he's got cat allergies, so he's on forced rest.
Well then,
There is no one left but...
Moses.
and Plato.
You're like 2 eggs, boys, you know that? But, yeah, you're right. They're the only ones you can count on right now.
Chicken shit. Thanks anyway, sweetheart.
Yeah, no worries.
So I gotta ask Moses and Plato.
Well, have you talked to Moses about the license?
No, not yet. We didn't have the...
Balls.
I was gonna say time.
Sure. We had neither time nor balls, Mon.
I see you're tired. Are you sure you're gonna throw yourselves into the night in that state?
What? We're at the top, honey.
From there, you can fall the hardest.
What have you heard about the Hive, Mon?
I don't know much more than anyone else, Boss Bird. But there's big trouble in there.
You mean the riots?
Mostly, but not just that. After he brought the Westler Empire down, smaller gangs have targeted the place. And if I'm not wrong, Mixed Mob has already settled in there.
Yeah, we heard about that. The Golden Fang Clan. You think they're more dangerous than their silly name?
It's hard to say yet.
But Roachtown ain't our jurisdiction.
You got it. The Hive remains off-limits and Blood Boil is adamant.
Actually, that's part of why we're here, Mon.
The Hive? Oh, you're not...
Yes, my dear, we're going in. Into the Hive. And we need your help. So, everything all right with you, sweetheart? It's unusual to see you here.
Sonny, guys, it's okay. Really, I'm fine. I'm just blowing off some steam.
With a bunch of bullets.
As you say, Marty.
Well, okay, Mon. What about old Marrowbone?
Blood Boil? Oh, he's been busy lately. The king is determined to end the gang wars, and Blood Boil is his trump card.
You mean his lapdog. Anyway, it's about clocking time we put this place in order.
You're not the only one who thinks that. It seems our king has seriously changed lately.
For the wild ones. Someone replaced him with his evil twin?
Ha ha, very funny. But it's more likely to be his new advisor behind it.
New advisor? Huh?
Are we talking about a broad?
Bingo. Are you getting a little tingly on your comb, Hotshot?
Something like that.
So they rolled the old dog back in.
Yeah. He has to go to parties and other public events all the time. He's got a bad stomach, but he's got to attend if he wants the crown to support the police with more funds.
Can't imagine the old timer in a tuxedo.
It kills him. But he's doing it for us.
Oh, what a martyr.
Don't be so mean, Sonny.
But that's my trademark.
My head's still splitting.
Just take this.
Thanks, Mon.
You'll be all right in a minute, you big chicken.
Yeah, I hope so. Because right now, I've got a feeling this is gonna be my last night.
Hey, no cryptic prophecies, Marty. You're proved right too many times.
Yeah, okay.
Hey, fellas. I heard you guys had some business in the Hive recently.
There was a little incident, yes, but nothing too serious.
Unfortunately,
We went to ease some of the tension there, but it didn't work out that way.
What do you mean?
we had the one and only Mick in custody, but he was released a day later for lack of evidence.
Mick? As in, Mongrel Mick. Mick Castle, the head of the Cluck and Golden Fang clan.
Since you've let yourself out of the bag, Plato, my dear, Mick has been camping out in the Hive lately because he thinks we couldn't touch him there.
He's right about that.
Well, unfortunately, the sly ape is, at the moment. The Hive is still off limits, and since we don't have any incriminating evidence against him, he's untouchable.
And paperwork. If you have it, you can get into the Hive, right?
Wait, why are you guys so interested in the Hive? Are you going to...
Innocent curiosity, Moses. Nothing more.
Well, interesting.
We'd better be going. Don't take any wooden nickels, boys.
You're welcome.
We hear the gangs have been getting a little loose in the Hive lately.
Especially that Clucker Mick.
What do you think his secret is? Why has he managed to take over the Hive when others were struggling?
He allegedly made a deal with local insect crime lords. That is, he's trying to be one of them. But I suspect it's a convenient hiding place. And a good deal.
What a worm.
If he were, it would have been even easier for him.
Good one.
I wasn't joking, Martin.
So, he plays the enemy of my enemy is my friend game, huh?
Ooh, indeed. He's taken advantage of the fact that we can't set foot in there. The Hive's population treats us as enemies, so everybody wins. In his book.
Mick's not as stupid as I thought.
He learned a lot from his former boss.
Yeah? Well, he's gonna end up like him if it's up to us.
It won't be up to you. Mick is ours.
Is that a challenge?
We're not playing games, boys. We're stating the facts.
We'll see about that. Hey, fellas. Glad you're still here.
Well. I never heard that from you before, Santino.
Make a note, because it won't happen again.
What can we do for you, chickens?
Oh, it's, just a little favor.
We have a small favor to ask.
That's what I call a surprising turn of events.
You're telling us.
I'm not gonna mince words. We need your signatures for a permit.
Ah, so you are going to the Hive. I thought so.
You thought so. Listen, a friend of ours is in trouble.
What kind of trouble?
The life-threatening kind.
That could be said of almost anyone in the Hive.
Moses, please. We're both on the same team, right?
Fine. But you owe us one.
We're used to it.
Those ain't just words, chicks. Once we help you, you help us. No questions asked.
As Plato says. So, we got a deal?
Ah, catch it. Okay, Moses, but I'm not gonna shine your shoes.
We'll see. Let me know when you have the paperwork.
We will. Well, that was easy.
Too easy. We'll regret this, believe me.
They're gonna ask for something humiliating, right?
Well, those two are competitive. They're not unprofessional, but they could put us in danger.
Beyond what we already face?
Exactly.
Well, what's new? Our lives are a constant, needless, risk-taking roller coaster for which we get nothing but a series of scars and nightmares.
Right.
Success?
Success. But at what cost?
I'll give you the permit. Just give me a second.
We're waiting, Mon. We'll wait for you until the end of the world if we have to. What?
Here, just get Moses and Plato to sign it and you're done.
We can jive with this anywhere in the hive, hmm? Jive in the hive.
It's just a piece of paper, Marty. It'll be useful once you've set the hive on fire and you need proof you had permission to be there in the first place.
Nice.
But the hive has its own life, its own rules. Its residents won't be impressed that you have a piece of paper issued by the Clawville PD. In fact, I wouldn't wave it in public if I were you.
Understandable.
Thanks again, sweetheart. You saved us, as always.
Come on, it's my job. Well, no, but I'm happy to do it for you.
You make my heart melt.
Let's go before we have to call an ambulance.
Take care of each other, boys. Good luck, guys. Whatever it is you're doing.
We do what we do best.
May the big wild ones protect us.
What do you want?
Well, let's see. The detective genius. The detective... Here you go, fellas. One scribble from you is enough, Moses, but you can sign it too, Plato.
I'll pass.
Let's see. Done.
It was a pleasure.
See ya, boys.
Sonny,
Huh? Yeah?
we'll be keeping an eye on you. And don't forget, you're in our debt.
Yeah, okay. Anything else?
Nothing. Right now.
Well, bye, fellas. Okay, so what exactly are we talking about? I get that we're snooping around the hive, but what about Frank? And where does Mick come into it?
Just relax. We'll go up to my place and I'll show you.
That's what she said.
Stop clucking around. This is big. You're about to see how big.
That's what she said. Never mind.
Ah, moron.
Okay, but all joking aside, I'm getting tired of being the last to know what case we're working on.
Well, someone's got to be last, right?
Don't be a jerk, Sonny.
All right. But you know, an hour ago, you weren't in any state for details.
I know, but are you gonna keep bringing that up?
I hope that was a rhetorical question.
Kinda.
Okay, speaking of things left unsaid, what's the deal with Laura? She dumped you because you got drunk? And you got drunk because she dumped you?
You know what, Sonny? You're totally right. Let's just keep our little secrets to ourselves.
Suits me.
Sometimes I feel like I have a boil in my brain named Sonny, bursting with macho pride, smothered emotions, and dangerous secrets.
Because you read too much chicken shit.
Yeah, right.
Oh, Zip's Cafe. This is a
Here
game
we
as well.
are. Formerly known as Hop Dog, now called Zip's Cafe. Everything changes, huh? Zip, an ex-con raccoon, runs the place. It's become something of a hangout for us. The last garrison between Clawville and the Hive, and maybe the last refuge of sanity. But more importantly, your last chance to get a good cup of joe. It's been a long time since we spoke to Zip. We haven't even visited the place since its reopening. Here's our chance to see what's changed. Zip will know what's going on around here. Time to say hello to the old trash panda. I heard that Zip renovated the place, but I didn't expect this.
Like an amusement park, huh? I like it, but
how did he afford this?
I don't know, and I don't care.
Do you think he knows what's going on in his neighborhood?
This is the only place that serves animals and insects alike, Marty. The few bugs that still dare to leave the hive will surely swarm here. And where you can get a cup of coffee, you'll talk too.
Maybe. But the question is, will Zip talk with us?
With us? Why not? We're loved by everyone.
Of course.
Okay, we're gonna go back to the... We're gonna go back to the other place, though.
Oh, wow. What are all these boxes?
I told you, didn't I? I'm leaving this dump and going on a round-the-world trip.
Of course, you said 1,000,000 times, but you just never started on it.
Well, this time I did. About a week ago, I think.
You've come this far in a week? Man, I can see you're really determined.
Good work takes time, okay? I've got a lot of stuff to pack. Who knows when I'll be back? Maybe never. Until then, Lewis is renting the place out.
Oh, yeah. What's the deal with the good old carrot shredder?
Well, he's doing pretty well since he breathed life back into the hotel. He started renting out apartments to some pretty shady characters, but still, it's a start.
Shady characters? Like you?
Maybe even worse.
Oh, my.
So it's not just him and me living here anymore.
That's great. You can finally socialize a bit, which you love so much.
Ha ha, very funny. I guess that's one of the reasons I had to leave.
Can't stand change, huh? No wonder, at your age.
Ha ha again. Anyway, now that Laura's kicked you out, I'm sure Lewis will be happy to give you a room. Or a closet. Just don't be too close to me.
Old sour rusty cock.
I didn't even hear that.
Yeah, because your hearing is already gone, old parrot.
What? Oh, Marty.
Okay, I'm done. But didn't you say there was someone here you could introduce me to?
Oh, Cluck, I almost forgot. But she's gone.
Aw, man, you must have been hallucinating. Must be one of those old age things.
Shut the clock up.
You know, if you really go, which I don't think you will, but if you do, I can recommend some places.
Really? What would you recommend?
Well, there's the Mahoma Islands, inhabited by cannibal tribes made up entirely of women. They'll seduce you and eat you.
Oh, that's fantastic, Marty. I've already crossed one destination off my list. Anything else?
Oh, you should really go to the Kaitanian Taoto Islands. Oof. Also dominated by women, they wear exotic clothing, and there's a special female guard force who take you and...
Wait, I'm starting to see a pattern here.
Maybe Torogo. Classic destination full of wild animals and even wilder women.
You're shitting me, right? This woman thing. You're doing it on purpose.
What? Me? Nah, I'm not.
Oh, yes, you are. And cluck you for that.
So, another doomed damsel in distress. Just the usual, huh?
This is different, Marty.
Because...
When she came to see me, I was dreaming about an old case. Remember the fly named Novak?
Yeah, it was a hell of a case. We almost ended up in the river. Twice.
That's the one. So, I was dreaming about that particular case, and then this woman came along, straight out of the hive. It felt like it just couldn't be a coincidence.
You mean the hive is calling us?
As the flame calls the moth.
Ooh, that's poetic and awesome.
Thank you. Listen, Marty. I've got something I've been trying to tell you all night.
Well, go ahead, boss. You can always be honest with me.
You look like shit.
Thanks, man. Jerk.
What was that?
I said jerk.
Oh, yeah. I got that right.
Ah, this must be where you hide your huge corkboard full of photos and newspaper clippings with your lunatic conspiracy theory that the world is actually run by over-evolved hairless primates.
Marty, you need help. Really. Don't be afraid to ask.
But everything is so much more exciting in my head and somehow more colorful as well.
You know what? Good for you, Marty. Good for you.
Yeah, good for me. Yeah.
Wow, Marty, you happened to you. Okay, I need to check. I gotta check. Phone
Hey, kid.
Here it is, the brand new Clawville Chronicle.
Yeah, we know. Tell me, do you stand here often?
I stand in a lot of places, sir. The news has to go everywhere.
Here's the Clawville Chronicle.
Feathers, stop yelling, kid. Listen to me.
Yes, sir. Excuse me, sir.
Do you also take a newspaper to the Hive?
No, sir. I mean, not since the last time, sir.
Last time?
The last time I took a paper to the Hive, sir, an ugly fella made me eat it. All of it. It was quite a lot, and hot off the press.
Made you eat it? What ugly fellow?
An ugly monkey, sir. I don't know what kind, but it was a monkey for sure. I should know. I'm always being taken for a monkey. Well, I'm not. Anyway, he was well-dressed, and one of his teeth was gold.
Golden tooth, that's Mick.
I don't know, sir. He didn't say his name. He just told me to eat that filth. Luckily, I only had 5 papers on me, but he and his bodyguards watched me eat all of them. They were fresh, sir. The ink was barely dried on them.
What a mongrel.
Yes, sir. But then he let me go, so I don't mind. And I didn't eat anything that day anyway, so...
Were you welcome at the Hive back then?
Very much, sir. The insect folk were always kind to me. They were glad to finally hear from the outside world, you know. The Chronicle was the only Clawville paper that reached them. Thanks to Pip.
Pip?
That would be me, sir. Messy Pip, at your service.
I see. And tell me, Messy Pip, who do you work for?
The master of all papers, sir. Mr. Mullen, of course.
You mean Hercule Mullen?
The one and only, sir.
Huh, an old acquaintance. Tell me, where can we find him?
He's inside having a cup of coffee and talking to Uncle Zip.
Uncle Zip, huh? That's new. Okay, thanks, kid. Don't take any wooden nickels.
Yes, sir. I hope not to, sir. Mysterious disappearances in the Hive! Are the police totally helpless?
Hey, Pip, tell me, are you cold?
Cold, sir?
You look a little underdressed for this time of year.
I'm not cold, sir. All that shouting keeps me warm enough.
Well, I guess.
And Mr. Mullen always brings me a hot chocolate from the cafe.
Oh, that's, nice of him.
Indeed it is, sir.
Here's the latest Chronicle. Don't leave it out.
Hey, Pip, you got any news?
Does the king have a new mistress? The crown denies it.
Furry hell, Marty. Don't encourage him. He'll blow my head off.
Apparently, he couldn't afford a new car.
These things are unbreakable, my friend. The old cars were made of real stuff, you know?
Well, we managed to wreck yours a couple of times.
It keeps on rolling, right?
You're not wrong there.
The Hive.
Honeyfall Tower is still beautiful. There's something otherworldly about it, right?
Yeah, it gives me the chicken bumps.
As a kid, I used to stare at that building a lot. I wondered what a magical insect wonderland was in it. Glamorous parties, fancy dinners, honey flowing down the walls.
Then you grew up.
Yeah. We snuck in once as teenagers. Instead of fancy parties, we found dirty bars and brothels. We got a good old-fashioned beating. But we still loved it, you know? It was still a wonderland, but in a different way.
That's quite a story. You should write it down in your memoir.
Hey, how do you know about my secret memoir?
Oh, shit, Marty, I was kidding.
Zips Cafe. I have to say, the new logo looks pretty cool.
Kinda.
Well, never say no to coffee.
Amen to that, Bert, brother.
Let's go inside, then. What the heck?
Wolf and lamb, huh? Honestly, I'm a little worried about this picture.
What, the two-headed animal with one head that wants to eat the other?
Yeah, right?
The new Unity Church.
Crazy cannibal cultists.
Don't rejoice in advance. They're probably just deluded fools making their last stand.
You're no fun at all, Boss Bird.
Yeah, I know.
Well. The bite of death has appeared.
Good to see you too, Trash Panda.
Barkeep, your best coffee over here right away.
Oh, hey, you're here too. Hooray.
You see, nothing changes.
Only you're looking more and more like shit.
I missed you too, Fuzzball.
It's so nice to see old friends reunited, ain't it, boys?
Hey, Mullen, how's it going?
Still alive. No more, no less.
Sometimes that's all you need.
And what brings you to, oh, wait. Let me guess. A coffee menu with double information and a good dose of personal opinion, huh?
Just a fact steak. Rare, no seasoning, maybe a little salt.
Well, you guys really don't change.
Maybe it's the fact that the world happens to be collapsing around us.
Well, at least we'll be here to see the end, huh? A restaurant at the end of the universe.
You boys really deserve each other. It's so uplifting to be around you.
Sorry, old man, you're absolutely right. So, 2 coffees, Zip. Black and bitter.
Like your life, huh, sonny boy?
It's beyond repair.
Ain't that the truth? What's all this weird stuff?
These are specialized coffees, Marty. Probably too sophisticated for your taste.
Do you still sell regular coffee for normal folks like us?
Freshly ground, roasted, no milk, no sugar.
Of course. It's still on the menu because of you guys.
Ah, thanks, Zippy.
So, what's this new church thing?
You live in a cave or what, sonny?
Kinda.
It's the new Unity Church, a fairly new organization led by a holy woman.
Holy woman, huh?
I know. There are plenty of crazy cults these days, but these ones seem to be different. For real. They collect a lot of money for the poor, free food, shelter for the homeless and the like.
I still don't like.
Maybe you should go to their mass sometimes, old cock. It would certainly do your manners good.
I second that.
Ugh. Hey, Uncle Mullen, how you doing? You still in the newspaper business?
Well, somebody's got to deliver the news, lads. Unbiased, impartial.
Can you still do that?
Well, it's getting harder for sure, but let's not talk about an old beaver. How about you, me boys?
Marty got so drunk, Laura threw him out of the house.
Well, Sonny's mixed up in some shady business again, and he's trying to get us killed in the hive.
Well, you two deserve each other.
Yeah, right? That's what I keep telling him.
But the hive, now isn't that a dangerous place for cops these days? Since the Segregation Act and all.
We just have to take that risk.
I see you're in a heroic mood, sonny boy. Good for you.
The trembling voice of a damsel in distress can work wonders.
Ah, then I understand everything. Oh, that went so well the last time, did it not?
Shut up, both of you. What do you think of the Segregation Act?
What do I think? Well, the law spits in the very face of what the whole city was supposed to stand for. Diversity, coexistence, tolerance. You know the story.
So?
You know, boys. Clawville's been at war with Stavonia for centuries. A silent war, spy war, in fact, a ghost war.
A Cold War.
Cold War?
Yeah, because, you know, Stavonia's a cold country.
Oh, yes, that's true.
But where do the Stavonians enter the picture?
What do you think the big peace negotiations are for?
I guess they got tired of war, huh?
Even you're not that stupid, Martin, my son. Stavonia's perfectly happy with this whole scandal with the insects. If there are riots, even better. The peace talks are just a cover to put the enemy to sleep, so when the system completely rots from within...
Boom.
Yeah, boom! They can attack. The king is fighting internal strife. Half the city is in flames, and no one will be prepared for an invasion by an enemy we're supposed to be making peace with. Isn't it wonderful?
No, I don't know, Uncle. It's a bit like...
a conspiracy theory.
Exactly.
Pluck me. It's clean as your snow-white feathers, you big goose, and that's the problem.
Meaning?
It's so clear, so simple, so obvious that nobody wants to believe it. You see? And that's going to be our undoing.
So you think the king is being influenced from outside, and that's why he enacted the Segregation Act? And while he's distracted by the peace talks, they'll invade the city?
Exactly. See, you still got your bird brain in place, sonny boy.
Well, thanks for the warning, old beaver. I'm not even joking. You really got me cogitating.
Well, that's a big word coming from you. Ha!
What do you make of the recent riots?
You know, Sonny, it's about time the insect folk got their act together. You boys at the police station ain't doing anything. Sorry about that, but somebody's got to do something because those miserable bugs are going to end up eating each other in there. And I mean, literally.
Sounds tough.
Because it is. What's in there is unsustainable. If there is no one to maintain order, order will come. But who will be in charge of this new order?
The criminals. The gangs.
As you say. And the insects will drown in misery, being exploited, no one hearing their cries for help. So, yes, there was a great need for riots, and in my bones, I feel like the worst is yet to come. One big all-out uprising.
I didn't know you were such an insect rights activist, you eager beaver.
Insect rights, my ass. I just can't stand injustice and the privileged few oppressing the unfortunate masses. I just can't stomach it, and I come from such a litter.
Yeah, the best kind, Pops. Never change.
I'm not planning to do that.
I see you have some help lately.
Ah, you mean Pip. Yes, he's the son of a close friend of mine who I'm, how shall I say, helping out a bit.
That's nice of you. But don't you think it's a bit of a rough job at his age?
That's what I told him too, but the kid's adamant. If he gets a grip on something, he won't let go. With the trauma he's been through, no wonder he wants to distract himself with something.
Trauma?
His mother died about a year ago of grass-moor fever. His father followed just a few months later. He asked me to take care of the kid and not let him end up in an orphanage. And here I am with another kid. Who'd have thought I'd be a father again? Ain't life's little twists of fate, right?
How's Desiree?
She can tolerate me, mostly. And as you know, Sonny, this Pip boy, no matter how strange the poor thing is, has breathed new life into her. And me too. It gives us less time to grow old.
That's good to hear. Seems like everyone around me is starting to have a new life. Everyone but me.
Maybe you should do the same, son. Maybe the world wants to send you a message.
Yeah, maybe.
That's your problem, Sonny. You just drift instead of forging your own destiny.
Well, I think I'll drift a little more before I start forging.
Just don't drift until it's too late to start again, son.
Thanks, Paps. I'll keep that in mind.
Do that.
What's the matter with you, old man?
Nothing really, sonny boy. Sometimes I feel like I'm not even part of this world anymore. I'm no longer an active participant, just observing from afar.
And that works for you?
It feels quite liberating, to be honest. I feel like I don't have to take responsibility for the things of the wilderness anymore. I can't influence them anyway.
That sounds depressing.
It all depends on how you look at it, Martin. I see the bright side. You like the movies, don't you?
The movies? I love them.
For me, Clawville is like a movie. Things happen, quite scary and amazing things, but somehow in the end they don't affect me. When the show is over, I go home to my dear Desiree, drink a hot tea and think no more about it.
It's not a bad concept, but...
It works for me. But that's the privilege of getting old. You fellas have your say in the affairs of the world. Don't let others decide for you.
Huh. Sonny never lets that happen.
That's true.
Good for you, lads.
Hey, old fella, you still shuffling the cards?
You mean the Clawville wild cards? Sure I am, sonny boy. You in the mood for a good shakedown?
Sonny's the real deal on this one. You know, drunks usually are. I mean, ex-drunks, of course.
Yeah.
So, shall we?
Sure, let's do this.
That's the spirit, boys. Just come on out to the alley. Zip doesn't like us gambling in his new fancy place.
Just shuffle the cards. Stop yapping, old man.
Let's give this a try. of those kind of games, so let's see. Settings. Let's see if I can get my save. Okay, it's saved. Continue. Yep. Okay. I want to play this game for a bit. I played it for an hour, but I want to get Red Dead done. So we'll start playing that, and we'll get that game done. So I'll come back to this game later. Later, everyone.